Hello, my name's Steve. I've been selling things on eBay for a few weeks now, and I thought I'd share what I managed to sell this weekend. Now, I'm not a big business seller or anything. I do make a little bit of money about it, but it's not something that I'm making a living on. And most of the stuff I'm selling is stuff that I've owned for years, bought for my own personal use. I'm not trying to make a huge profit out of this. But there is some money to be made, and I have sold a few things this weekend. So just a handful of things I'm going to show you that I've managed to sell. So first up is this Ladybird Tail Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is a very nice, in very nice condition. It is second hand. I didn't buy it new, but it's got lovely illustrations in it. It feels and looks like new. So hopefully the person that's bought that is going to be pleased with their purchase. So that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Next thing is a book set, a box set of Jacqueline Wilson books, 10 volumes in this slipcase. I'll just quickly read the titles out to you. So we've got Cliffhanger, we've got the story of Tracy Baker, which was made into a TV series. There's the Illustrated Mum. Um, some of you might be familiar with Ray Bradbury's The Illustrated Man, so I'm pretty sure that's a play on that title. Double Act, The Dare Game, Buried Alive, The Lottie Project, The Suitcase Kid, The Bed and Breakfast Star, and Bad Girls. Um, very popular as Jacqueline Wilson. I might have some more that I'm going to be able to sell as well. So that's great. Next thing that I'm going to show you is this, which is Super Cluedo Challenge. That's a variation on the original Cluedo game. This is no longer in print, so I don't think it's been in print for a number of years now. So it's quite hard to get hold of unless you buy it second hand, obviously. I do have a vintage copy of the original game, which I bought many years ago new. So that might be listed and hopefully sold in the near future as well. The interesting thing about Super Cluedo Challenge is that the gameplay is slightly more complex than the original game, and there are some extra characters and murder weapons. So I thought I'd go through those with you very quickly and show you the cards. The cards are slightly different to the ones in the design of them is slightly different to the ones in the original game. So we've got Colonel Mustard, familiar character, Professor Plum, Miss Peacock, Mrs. Peacock, Mrs. White. Now, Mrs. White has been replaced in the new version of Cluedo by Dr. Orchid, so that's up to date. It made it a bit more up to date. So that's a character that's no longer in the board game. Reverend Green, old favourite, Miss Scarlet, and now some new characters. So we've got Mr. Slate Grey, who obviously is grey. We've got Miss Peach, and we've got Captain Brown, the old sea dog. So somebody's bought that. Hope they enjoy it. Wait a minute. Let's go through the weapons. Forgot about the weapons. So we've got the rope. We're familiar with the rope, the spanner, the revolver, the candlestick, the lead pipe. And then we've got the dagger. And then the new weapons, we've got poison, rather nicely designed card, that one. We've got an axe, and we've got my favourite, the blunderbuss. So as I say, that one's been sold. That will go off in a parcel today. I hope the buyer enjoys it. And I've got another board game that's sold. Just bear with me a sec. 221B Baker Street. This is very similar to Cluedo in some ways. Most of the cases that you have to solve in this, and there are 40 cases to solve, involve finding out who did it and why, what their motivation was. And the gameplay is a bit different to Cluedo. It's mostly kind of word games and quiz based sort of thing. This is an older version of it. The newer versions have got more cases to solve. But to be quite frank with you, I think 40 cases is enough. I think by the time you've played it, 40 games, you've played it really. That's just my view. I'm sure people have a different view to it, but there you are. This is an old copy, as I say, and there is a bit of damage to the box. I've not sold it for a great deal of money, but I'm glad that somebody's bought it and hopefully will enjoy it. So that will be going out today. And then finally, the last thing that I sold yesterday, um, actually sold it whilst I was asleep, was this little country artist's miniature, a little rabbit sitting on a field of grass. It's got a label on it there identifying who it was made. Don't know if you can see that properly. Not a great deal of value in it. In fact, it's going to cost me more to post that than the actual price of the thing itself. Um, but that's the way it is because of its size. Although it's so small, because it's quite wide that way, it won't go as a large letter. It's going to have to go as a parcel. So the cost on that leaps up from well, given the weight of that, I'd probably have gone for 88 pence, maybe £1.40, but it's actually going to go for the parcel price of £3.10, and then obviously I've got to package it up on top of that. So it's more costly to post than it is to buy. But that's the way things go sometimes. That's the British postal system. So that's all I've got for now. Hopefully see you again. If you did like this, please like the video, subscribe if you feel you must. But hope to see you next time. Bye.